Alright, what's up everyone? Today we're gonna learn about dead bodies. Have you seen Boys in the Hood?
Yeah.
You wanna see a dead body? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, alright. We hope to learn something new from this video. Because our previous video we literally wasted our time pretty much. And shit! Nope. If anything, we learned how to be more single from that video.
I'm more single. Oh shit.
Yeah. Our boy Wyman from that video. Sheesh. He ain't secure a bag at all. That boy right here hopefully can teach us something. This video is titled Mortician Answers Dead Body Questions from Twitter.
Yeah. He's securing body bags, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Bodies in a bag.
Alright, yeah. I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll talk about them all, but I got all sorts of fun blood draining devices, and this one is for closing mouths. Kind of cool.
Hi, I'm Victor M. Sweeney, and
Closing
I'm a
mouth.
licensed funeral director and
Mortician, and this is Mortician Support.
Wait, is it funeral director too?
Yeah.
This is a question
Our
from
boy
St.
Victor.
Severin.
Question for morticians. When someone dies, do you remove their poo, or are we all buried with an unpooed poo? That is such a good question. More
Often than
Unpooed
not, your
poo.
poo is
up to you. Sometimes you hear the myth that everybody poos themselves before they die.
That's what I
That's
believe
not
in.
always the case. Sometimes it is. For my
Our
purposes,
poo is just
I
in
give
our
someone
casket.
an active funeral.
If they have pooed, then I'll clean them up. If it's the case that they start pooing when pressure starts to build up in the abdomen, then I stop what I'm doing, I clean them up. Typically what I'll do is I'll actually flush out the bowels with the hose, because the last thing you want to have happen is someone to start pooing and then to continue doing it when you can't control it. Jaded never won. If a person wearing contacts dies,
in front of your fucking when your dad like the casket viewing, you just start shitting yourself, bro. Oh shit, bro. You fuck as fuck.
Oh, what's that? I think it's like a meme where it's like, hey yo, it smells like shit in here. It's gonna be like that freaking Kendrick Lamar video where he's in the cat. If a person wearing contacts dies, does the mortician take them out? I'd assume so, right?
Yeah.
They're useless at that point.
Yeah.
does the mortician take them out? Shower thoughts. Yes, historically I've always removed contact lenses because one of the things that we need to do, of course, is what we call set the features. Setting the features would mean that we close the mouth, and we also need to close their eyes. So we actually have a device that helps us do this. These are called eye caps. They're essentially spiky contact lenses that fit over the eyes and will actually grip the eyelid when we pull it down over those little burrs there. I typically remove contact lenses because those just get in the way.
Way
So
of me
just-
doing what I need to do
you-
to set their features
It's,
and
you
and
put it on the
provide
eye and you
decent appearance
you
for the
put
people.
you put it
Question
over
from Lane.
Yeah.
on the
Will
grip.
my cat
Ugh.
leave when I die?
Possibly, hopefully. I
Huh?
think the
Okay, full disclosure, I'm fat. This is a legit question. I'm not trying to be a fat phobic, but how do extremely obese people, like I'm talking 400 pounds, fit in a coffin? Do they make a plus size coffin, or does the mortician cut fat out and then sew them back up?
I'm gonna go with the mortician cuts them. Or cuts off. Yeah, I'd assume so, right? Like cuts off a little bit of the fat on the sides, on the hips,
What?
or like.
I think they're just a
stomach.
plus size coffin, bro. Imagine your dead relative dies, like a 400-pound dead relative, and you go to his casket, it's like, this dude lost 200 pounds. Yeah, I think there's a plus size coffin.
I was gonna say those that one meme of those guys dancing with the. They just wouldn't be able to do that. Just. Let's find out.
This is a question from Clementine. Okay, full disclosure, I'm fat, and this is a legit question. I'm not trying to be fat phobic, but How do extremely obese people, like I'm talking 400 plus pounds, fit in a coffin? Do they make a plus size coffin? Or does a mortician like cut fat out of them and sew them back up? Can answer the second part of that question first. No, we do not remove fat and sew someone back up. Everybody is buried intact if we can at all help it. So we actually have caskets that are made by our manufacturer to be oversized. Typically, when someone passes away, if they're larger, we'll measure them at their elbows, because those tend to be the parts that stick out the furthest, and then determine what width of casket we will need to give them a more comfortable appearance.
You just see a casket like this. You just see a casket like this.
Are they just sitting there? Casket open.
Lips cracked out. That's actually a great concern of ours, is drying out. Not just the lips, but after you die, of course, your body is not producing any oils, so your skin can get quite dry. We actually have a heavy face cream that we use on almost everybody that comes through in the interim between when they're embalmed and when we get them ready for their funeral and put their makeup on if we need it. We always have that heavy face cream on to make sure that their lips don't dry out. So as far as chapstick goes,
I need some of that shit, bro. My lips always dry, bro.
Here's a question from Coco. Now I'm going on Google looking up the weirdest stuff. What do dead bodies smell like? Dead bodies smell awful. Rotting anything smells awful. We are hardwired to think that dead human bodies smell bad. And it's a smell you never forget. I myself, I went out to a nice restaurant to have some aged steak, and I couldn't do it. I love this username. This is a question.
So it smells like aged steak?
I guess so. Shoot, I guess I'm never gonna eat some aged steak. It smells like a dead body. Well, technically it is, you know.
Yeah.
Stupid.
From Future Corpse, aren't we all? What do morticians do with our organs after an embalming? What happens when they aren't donated? When we do embalming, all your organs just stay inside your body. We can prepare them all internally. After we finish the arterial embalming, we have what's called the cavity embalming. Optimally, with the cavity embalming, you're trying to puncture the lungs, the heart, the intestines, the stomach, and then you're also gonna try to shoot for the kidneys too. We actually use what's called a trocar, and I have one here. It's a hollow point spear, essentially, and it hooks up to what we call an aspirator. So it's a vacuum, essentially. Insert this in the abdomen, and then try to puncture all the hollow organs, and then the vacuum will actually draw out all those nasty fluids.
So it's like he's describing a fucking Mortal Kombat fatality, bro.
And they will actually work in the hospital or with transport a body where it needs
To go, and then they'll harvest the organs, donate them where they need to, and then the body will be returned to me after that whole process is done.
Wait,
This is a question
how much
from
are
Tiny Ray.
caskets usually? What? This is Google casket. I was expecting there's a. What?
10,000.
God damn.
I'm going in raw.
If you order online, prices vary from 600 to 6,000. God damn. That shit better have Prime. That shit
Now imagine
better have
being
2-day Prime, bro.
Imagine being 400 pounds plus. What are the measurements
oh
on
my
that?
god.
What is the price on that?
Fucking custom build.
Yeah, that's your custom built PC right there.
Yeah, bro. Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, just bury me without one, bro.
Yeah.
I'm dead and everything, but that's still expensive.
Yeah. No.
Do morticians put a bra on you? If so, I would like my rotting corpse to not wear a bra, and would like my ghost to be wandering braless with poking nips. Well, Tiny Rain, I don't know if there's much I can do about poking nips, but we do put bras on if the family requests. And the reality is, I've probably put on more bras than I have taken off in my life.
Oh.
Did that answer your question? This is a question from Leonard de Montague. Does a mortician... This is a question from Melody Jackson. Do morticians take makeup classes when getting their certifications? Yes, we do. I have a 4-year degree, and at my college we took courses on what they call restorative art. So this would include things like makeup and coloring, but it would also include things like putting people back together after accidents, sculpting an ear if someone has
Oh,
lost an ear.
shit.
Lip boy. Do morticians also give haircuts? Anyone know one that can do a nice...
A nice
lip
fade.
boy. I do give haircuts every so often, usually only to men, and usually only if it's something minor. If someone does need to get their hair done, we'll actually usually call a hairdresser in. It's fairly simple because
my
really you're
God.
only working with the front and the
Imagine
sides
you
of the
get
head.
called up.
This is a question
You have
from
to haircut a
Veronica.
fucking dead
Say a
person.
body gets exhumed after 2 years. Jonathan Kawa. Monty Python's Always Look on the Bright Side of Life is the nation's #1 funeral song. What's the oddest funeral music you've ever heard?
Oh, shit.
I haven't heard too many strange funeral songs myself, but I do have this dream. I have a friend, and I told him if he passes away before I do, I'd really like to sing On Eagle's Wings, but like the Swedish Chef from the Muppets. It would sound like this. You heed will initiative the lead, a bird in his city for life.
Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That job is definitely taking a toll on this guy.
When he said most colleagues I know that are morticians are normal people. Yeah.
When he mentioned the nail,
This cap is for you, bro.
when he mentioned the nail thing, he's like, do you mean like removing them to collect them? And he looked at the camera. I was like, okay, yeah,
Jesus Christ.
you're a little off there, buddy.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I would go insane if I had to take 4 years of makeup classes.
I probably would too, bro. That's 4 years too many.
Yeah, bro.
Oh God. Well, if there's anything we learned, it's that we are never gonna get into the field of restorative
Arts.
Restorative arts. Yeah, this shit weird, yo. I mean, at least we know what happens with dead bodies now, or at least some. Oh man, ugh, terrifying. Yo, just you see that shit? Big ass piercer, this my boy just stabbing you. He said we just pierce like the hollow organs. At that point, he's just guessing, bro.
He's just guessing.
He's playing
Oh my
pin the tail on the donkey. Alright, man. I don't know. We learned a good amount of shit on here. Yeah. If you want to get your body done like this, contact our boy Victor. Other than that, man, that's it. I don't think we can do another dead body video. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. If anything, at least one thing. This video is a little disturbing.
Okay.
Yeah, it gives me chills, dog. Yeah, like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next one. Peace.